way
The
of
try
spacing
dance.
ever.
Oh my god.
Oh, you cannot handle I can't handle double dance, to be honest.
So who's...
If tridance happens,
You know what's
just...
great is we already have a really good conversation for a bro and bro. Who's the left, middle, and right prong of the trident?
Well, I mean, Digon's the left.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no.
And,
We have to
is definitely the middle.
We have to hold on. This is
He is a middle Dan.
This is conversational gold. I will not be wasting it on the draft.
Wait, do we need... I mean, okay, well, the draft is happening. Gwen and Yone are going to be taken away. I'll put some attention to it
Did you say
now
we
if
don't
you really
have to
need
pay
it.
attention to the draft?
Do you... Okay,
Yes.
be honest. What do you think's more important? What happens on the Rift or the draft in a series like this?
I cannot, in good conscience, break the fourth wall on this, but you know what my real thoughts are.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
And I know that this is the time to talk about the Trident's Trident, okay? If there's ever a time.
But have we not already fixed it then? Because D-Gun's left.
Yep.
And then Brendan...
Orcs
right.
is the big middle Trident.
Okay.
Yeah. And Brendan's Orc. Right.
Brendan's right. All right. So we fixed it.
Oh my! The Trident happened in chat. Oh
Wait,
my!
all
Look
three
at that.
Dans?
Why did Digon have to capitalize all of the?
They must have coordinated. Are they like a Pokemon? Do you think we have?
Why did he have to capitalize?
I think we have an entire.
He saw them both Dan correctly and then Dan wrong.
Where they just say their name. Can you imagine?
Honestly, might be better content.
We're blinding Trundle, everyone.
Yep, we are doing that.
Not super excited about this. We have been pretty outspoken, but we have seen it used as both a deterrent. I think the pick's good. I just feel like it's one of those things where we all handshake it, and then at some point we realize, like, wait, we can counter this, because there are a lot of matchups where Trundle really struggles.
But do you ever do it when Varus is up? This is so weird.
Don't pick Sejuani. No.
I mean, they can Varus Vi. They can do the VV of the BVV. I reckon Belveth is probably the way to go, though.
So what they're going to do is probably Wukong.
Oh.
Who I think isn't too bothered by the Trundle, even though obviously it is a bit of an annoying matchup. It's not the end of the world. Sejuani would have been truly disastrous, as obviously, even if you go on Tilt Spellbook, I feel like that matchup isn't very fun. And Croco, you also want to see him on something aggressive. Now, I do hope we won't see Ahri, because Ahri, I think, is like, what, 1-6, 1-5, 1-7, around that. I know it's a 16% win rate. So I hope that... Hey, 1-5, there we go. I hope it's not that for closer. But we do still have a good amount of mid laners being up, although the target bands do kind of feel like they were mostly focused towards mid as the Rise comes out. So what, it can't be closer Victor. And closer Cassio into this matchup I'm not feeling super great about. I know it's really good into Rise, don't get me wrong. I just feel like for these teams, I don't think we should go Cassio.
You can just lock Alistar so that you've got at least some frontline that's not too affected by the Subjugate, but instead they do decide to go Cassio.
Yeah, I knew it was coming, and I complained in folly.
Yeah. That's why we should have been talking about the Tridents instead.
Back to the dance!
No, I mean, in theory, this is also probably working way better in scrims than it has been necessarily on stage. It's not like just losing every match or anything like that, but we haven't seen the Cassio be the checkmate that I think a lot of our teams are locking it into.
It really isn't that bad. It's 2-3 at the moment in the LCK.
Yeah, it's not end of the world.
So it's fine.
It's better than Ahri.
It is much better than... that would have actually made me a lot more upset. I think this is fine. Not amazing, but closer at this point should be somewhat trusted. Also, as someone who was a big Bulldog believer back in 2023.
A BBB?
It has not aged well, unfortunately. No. I think both the solo laners of DN Freaks are currently really struggling. Dudu at least has some good early laning phases. I think he just really struggles to transition. For Bulldog, we're not even seeing that anymore. It used to be known for... Obviously, last year was just mostly Tristana, but 2023, he had very up and down performances, but sometimes make you, oh, okay.
He had that mid-Corki that one time.
I mean, he's had like he's pulled out a bunch of stuff like the Zareth before other... way before other people started playing, which I think is cool. Just we haven't really seen that magic. Another player.
I think pick Trundle and ban 2 tanks.
I hope not.
Okay, at least the Alistar does get taken away. Of course, a very good pick for the bros right now. I do think, you know, Polo could head towards something like a Rakan or a Rel and still be pretty happy about how things are doing.
I'm like triple checking. Why is Aurora open?
Ah. Good question.
So it is Morgan, and Morgan, as much as you love him, I think you do have to admit, champion pool sometimes.
What do you
Not
mean?
enough,
Morgan,
but guess
what?
what?
Morgan has literally played only unique champions.
No, I know.
He's played 8 out of 8 unique champions this season.
this
that is called a champion ocean.
Well, he also did look.
He's probably playing Cassiopeia here as well. We're going to flex it to the top lane, and he's going to show you, Chronicler, his 9th unique champion is going to be even better.
Was it you that talked about barrel rise support?
Yes, it was. I mean, who else is going to talk about barrel rise support?
Hopefully no one. I hope that's not a thing.
Yeah, I then spoke about barrel rise support to my therapist afterwards, and we're hopefully going to be able to deal with that in the future, and you guys won't have to deal with it.
And the was like, it's not real. You're like, but I saw it in my mind's eye.
I imagined it that one time, and it's caused permanent damage.
I actually really like the Rel pickup here. I think that's something that Brian was really looking to go towards. Alistair's already taken it away as well. Probably just going to be Nautilus for Palu. That's kind of what I'm feeling. I think Israel is definitely his best pick, so I actually think it's a really good pick up there for life. You can also go Renata, because it is good with the Varus. I think it kind of works into the enemy composition as well.
It does make people face certain directions that are relatively easy to know.
Poppy, we're never going to be mad about, right? It's going to Terrell.
Yep.
It's not the craziest Poppy angle, to be completely fair. Like looking at the entire top side of DNF, there's no dashes. It's not a thing, but Poppy, with both her setup for dives, as well as her ability to turn numbers advantages, or generate numbers advantages rather very quickly, I think is always good. I like the draft from DN Freaks. I think it's fine. Actually, I think both drafts are pretty solid here. There's a lot of volatile lanes. That's really what I'm looking towards, is which jungler can make the earlier impact. Obviously, Trundle has a stronger early game. When looking at the 2v2, though, I'm looking at that Cassio Wukong post 6. That's...
Yeah.
Especially when you combine it with the Poppy, combine it with the Varus, the pick potential of the Bro comp, a little scary to me, Atlas.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Bro comp and I'm seeing way more range than the DNF comp, and there's Cyclone and Petrifying Gaze and all of the things that do a lot of damage, and they're not going to be outranged by the composition of DNF. Like you say, DNF's composition, similar sort of Death Ball vibes, and the Pillar and Equalizer, things that we've spoken about many times before. Magnastorm can be followed up on very, very well with a lot of what DNF has. But do you know what this is all going to come down to, guys? And look, we do want to build up the drafts, talk about how important all these matchups are and things like that. I don't think it's going to matter. It's about who plays well on the day. Let's get into it. All right, you can feel the desperation here in LoL Park as DNF are staring down the barrel of an impossible second place in the Rise group after this.
I gotta say, man, those DNF fans, they are unrelenting in their support, unwavering. It is actually really nice. It's inspirational. We're on the other end of LoL Park.
Yep.
And we could hear them shout. No, really, when it comes down to Bro, the real question is, can you beat them in the clutch? And the reason why I'm making that specific statement, in case you didn't watch it, that was an Atlas quote from Pog State. That was turned into a very funny video that I do want to shout out, actually, because it was peak. Especially because that statement in the episode, I don't even remember, but when in the video plays, it sounds like so much truth. And then immediately afterwards, BNK 2-0, bro.
Yeah.
It's just...
Hey, it wasn't the clutch moment. They didn't need to. They were looking good.
Yeah.
They were looking good at that point. They were like, oh, nah. We're not really forced to make any plays right now. It's all right. Noxious blasts, landing, things like that here in this mid lane.
So, I actually have a sad story that relates to Bro and Brew that I wanted to tell you, Atlas.
Okay, please.
So, because, you know, I'm a big coffee guy.
Yes.
Drowning in coffee at the moment.
Oh, that's
that's
not great.
Well, figuratively. So, it's good. My entire freezer is stocked up. But I
Is that
ordered
where coffee's supposed to go?
You can, if you have a lot of beans to keep them fresh. It doesn't really matter. You can just grind them and it's fine.
All right, we're just crashing down momentarily here towards Hype, who does do the walk strat. That's going to work out.
But you have prepared me a cup of lovely tea repeatedly.
Oh, yes.
And I ordered that tea.
You did?
and it was delivered, or so it said, and I haven't seen the tea. And now I don't know what happened. And you
Where
know
did
it's
it get
Korea.
delivered?
Well, I don't know. And I texted the delivery, no response. So now I'm out of tea. And it was the same tea that you made for me. The
Melbourne breakfast.
It was.
Oh, disaster.
Yeah, so now I'm like, I still want to order it again, but it feels kind of bad.
Yeah, because you don't want to, like, what if it happens again? Then you're going to feel real silly.
Yeah. And I really wanted that tea, because that's for the bro and brew.
Yeah, that's what we need today. I should have just brought some bags with me. I do have a few left. Oh, man. Next week, we will make sure that we are prepared with some Melbourne breakfast for some bro and brew.
Please.
Right now, I've got my, you know, just machine coffee from round the corner.
Machine coffee from work.
Yeah, the good old work machine coffee. It's not too bad. The problem is that here in Korea, milk with coffee is just not really a thing. And I do like at least a bit of milk in my coffee in general. So I made myself the classic iced Americano.
Yeah.
As is the way.
It's fine. It's one of those things where I think if the coffee isn't great, I think milk goes such a long way.
It does, especially if the milk is decent. And Korean milk, I think, gets a bit of a bad rap. It's not too bad.
It's solid.
And that's I think that's high praise from
you know,
a Dutch and an Australian.
Very serious. Both of our respective countries about dairy.
Yeah, decent dairy focus. As Dudu focusing on Morgan here. Morgan going to be able to get a little bit of damage back. As the Trundle actually, Pyosha canceling the back. Aurora's
so hard to actually pin down. As Morgan. Oh, that's annoying. Not game breaking by any means, but definitely as a jungler, like, ugh.
Yeah, it's very frustrating. It's going to be a little bit later onto the map.
Croco is actually doing a 1.5 camp clear, so he's already on his second rotation, and then is going to get a base in. Shouldn't really be an opening window there. Morgan also going for the Comet as opposed to the Electrocute, which I think is interesting. We've mostly seen the Electrocute but into a matchup that's a little bit beefier. I do think it makes sense. I do think you lose out on early pressure, though, because let's be real, early Electrocute is kind of busted as wow.
Corki is a bit of a Rise champion, isn't he?
Yeah, well, we saw what Docdom and Trigger. Everything else was the Risers.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. Docdom and Trigger are both Legend Group players. However, feels like not teams in
spiritually. It might be more Rise.
The true Legendary squads here in the LCK are not necessarily dabbling with the Aviator.
We really are tier list seasoning at the moment, right?
A little bit.
It's like we got Genji T1, then we got a little gap.
Hanwha's sort of like...
we got Hanwha, they're on their own.
Yeah,
because they're not close.
Berry in the middle.
They're not close to KT Nongshim.
No. And then I think there's a gap between KT and Nongshim as well, but they are certainly a lot further away than the top three.
I actually think KT, Nongshim, and DK are again just the same team.
I think DK might be better than both KT and Nongshim right now, but I actually have no idea. And this is why it's difficult to assess teams, right? Because strength of schedule is a big deal, and we are only going to see Rise teams versus Rise teams, right?
I just, based on how they look and the things they make me feel and the consistency they show, I think they're just the same team. And then so are BNK Pro and DRX.
Yep.
And then there's DNF.
Hi, DNF.
Please,
well, DNF are going to look to see whether they can benefit from this bro and brew that we've got going on here. Right now, they have a 100 gold lead. And you know what? Sometimes you got to get a positive wherever you can find it. Right now, DNF, they have... Oh, never mind, it's gone away. There it is, it's back again. 200, look at that, 3!
We're looking for a dive.
All right, let's see whether the Lord can survive. The answer is he can.
That's Polu's here. I actually really like that from Polu. So, identifying that his help is not needed with the dragon. Oh, I thought they were going to do dragon. I feel like they
were half the dragon. Might be just looking for the grab.
But really good cover, right? Because they saw Rise pathing towards top. Obviously, if Pyosha can build up, make it to that top lane when Morgan is there, they'd be able to take him down.
Huh, they do decide to back away from the Drake. I actually think that they could have probably done it, but not feeling like they had enough information to take that one down. And it was close to looking for a reset, which is probably a large reason why. Does pick up the Catalyst now, and the tier of the Goddess.
Yeah, we also had Croco not quite 6 yet, so I think he really doesn't want to take a fight. Well, there's a lot of tiers in this game, Atlas.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those things. But Let's see what Closer can get done. I'm looking forward. Like, I like it when there's a Cassiopeia that's actually doing well. A Cassiopeia that's falling behind is a very, very sad thing to witness. So hopefully Closer has a good game, really does prove that it is year of the Closer. He's up against Bulldog, who's like on this rise that I think has just been pretty slow and steady, but pretty good here in the LCK, tier list-wise, as far as our mid laners are concerned. And so Bulldog probably just going to be feeling okay, trying to scale his way towards first couple of items.
What were the other? I remember Wolf had another year. Was it a year of BDD?
I think every year's year of BDD for Wolf.
Yeah, okay, that's true. But I remember it was an actual thing for a little bit there.
Maybe it's century of BDD and the year of Closer.
I can see that. That makes sense to me.
Perhaps. It is probably the century of Faker, though, if we were ever to be really actually honest and talk in reality about...
Oh, yeah, but we got to be able to talk about other people as well. You know?
I know. It makes it really hard, doesn't it? It's just one of those conundrums.
You know, Closer can still have his year.
That's true.
These stories can exist independently, simultaneously next to each other. I don't feel like you're...
I'm not quite there with you. I
not
kind of think that it just has to all be Faker. My friends at the score told me so. Every time they catch straight.
Why does this keep happening?
I'm really sorry. It is every time.
No, it's free marketing. You know?
Yeah, it is. And honestly, they're great guys. So hopefully they don't take it too personally. As Berserker gets engaged on here by Polu, Rogue Charge does get him in there. As
Action!
Level 7, still with the Cyclone in hand.
All right, we're
still
killing
two grubs to be fought for here. As Morgan, no teleport, so he's not doing anything about this one. As Purshik now with the Subjugate, they dive towards Polu, who flashes away. Bulldog now at full health. Closer down to 50%. Blasco gets Berserker back in there and takes first blood over Polu. Life's diving forward, but he is going to fall down, and there is the Petrifying Gaze. The flash afterwards as well, and the answer from the pros is too good.
Felt like both teams were on the fence about whether or not they actually wanted to hard commit. And guess what? If that happens, the team that does hard commit wins the fight.
Yeah, you meant they were on the fence, but everyone fell off the fence by the end of that.
I want everyone to look at how many different decisions are being made here, right? So on one end, we have Purshik. Oh, are they collapse upon him? No, not really, because Bulldog is zoning them. Okay, then Berserker's like waiting, biding his time. Bulldog's still fighting two people. Like, why don't we just commit here if we're DNF? Like, you can win this fight. Why is Life going in a row? Why is Purshik waiting? Why is they're low? If we use our health bars, I actually think they could have won that fight. But you know what? They didn't trust each other, and it makes sense.
Yeah.
You know who did trust each other there?
The bros.
The bros. Finally.
Do you know who also played exceptionally well in that fight? I think Hype couldn't have played that better. He got so much damage down.
No, it was clean.
Like
also,
every auto procced like the flash did come out, and he looked for Berserker there towards the end, but that was after he managed to win it. Up until that moment, Tavares was looking fantastic. Is still down, is still up a little bit of gold, as we can see here, building towards that Ghost Blade, but Hype is on form. There's some scary bros. That's what I'm gonna say. As Berserker now looking for Morgan. Crashdown brings Life in, doesn't quite get the Shattering Strike.
I do have to... I feel like DNF is doing a really good job, /Bro is kind of struggling with keeping Morgan in the matchup against Dudu. Because if you are Rumble laning 1v2, you're feeling way better than the Aurora, right? We're actually seeing Dudu pull ahead pretty substantially.
Yeah. Because
he's much more confident in a 1v2, and he's not stuck in a counter matchup. We'll have to see if Bro can kind of right that wrong and get Morgan back in the matchup that he wants.
Okay, Life is just going to find Polu. Not too much more is going to come of it. And Bulldog just hanging out with Closer here in mid. I don't know whether the bros are too worried about it. I feel like Morgan is just happy to not have a great time in lane. This is kind of his lot in life.
Okay, you know? but you pick that counter matchup, you should have him in there.
Yeah, but I mean, they have to make all the effort to avoid it and stuff like that, you know? Maybe as Morgan, you're just like, it's all right. The rest of the team's doing well. Closer is in a decent spot right now.
Atlas, you know how sometimes people say if they have X person as their lawyer, they're definitely going to be found guilty?
Yeah.
If someone has you as their lawyer, they never have to worry about that. Because you're almost making me believe like this is a good decision, when I know for a fact it's not.
Yeah, see? I think that's called gaslighting, isn't it? Something like that. I don't know.
Well, it depends on how you want. No, gaslighting is a specific thing. It's
okay.
become kind of like lying, but that's not really what it is.
I
But
feel like
that's
it's evolved over time because people decide that everything's gaslighting these days, and I gaslit into thinking that gaslighting is a certain thing.
Yeah.
See how I used it there? That
yeah,
was
it was very wrong, and I did not enjoy that.
Yeah. That's an example of what I was talking about.
The etymology of that word actually very interesting. I don't think we have time for that, though.
I like etymology. Okay, we've got to keep his verdict. The verdict is in, and it is no Trundle. He is going to get out of there.
All right, back to etymology. So it's about a specific, I want to say it was a film about the actual, like, this used to be a thing, a gaslight, right?
Yeah.
And you, oh, hold up.
All right, there's a Cyclone. In goes Polo as well. Chains of Corruption and more celebratory than anything else, but I think the bros are still happy with it. Never mind, Croco misses the Cyclone there, and now Closer is in such an awkward spot. Will be taken down here by Dudu. And now Morgan slinks between worlds and will be able to take down Life to get one back here for Bro. That's going to be Feats of Warfare there as well. I think they kind of won that, but I don't really know.
That was one of the most Rise Group sequences I've ever seen.
Oh, it was beautiful, wasn't it? The sad Wukong spinning after a target that just never got in range.
It's just everything about that. Just, okay, so...
Take me on a journey,
the idea of this is great. We can't be missing our chains of corruption on stun targets.
Yeah.
And then Croco also, as you highlight, the sad spin.
Trying to sad spin.
And then Closer, I didn't even catch what happened on the tailwind. I assume either tried the zone or just walked into a bunch of people. I'm not quite sure. It's a favorable trade for Bro, I guess.
Yeah, they get a Drake.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, they won, but it just didn't feel like it, you know?
So back to gaslighting. It specifically refers. I can't let it go. Atlas.
Clip that, everyone.
I have to finish this story, Atlas.
Please tell me about the etymology again.
It specifically refers. I don't know if it was a novel or if it was a movie, but about someone continuously lying about a gaslight being on or off to try and hide. I think it was like a murder plot. And it was about an actual gaslight. It's about continued pattern of lying to ensure that you kind of start doubting your own sense of reality, which is clearly not the same as lying. But it's also interesting because if you use a word for a different meaning enough times,
I feel like that has happened a little bit.
I mean, it has happened since the beginning of time. Words kind of do actually change their meaning. So I don't know where we're at in that process right now.
Yeah. People refer to difference of opinion as gaslighting these days.
I mean, there's a lot of words that mean very different things than they used to, right?
Yeah, it's a very good point.
I don't know if you've seen the clip of, or like the oh, hold up. We'll get back to this.
Teleport comes in. Shelly has been started up here by Pyoshik, and I don't think the bros are going to do anything about this because Close is in the bottom lane, and they are just going to let the Rift Herald go and look to see what they can do as far as taking down this turret. That would be feats of strength if they do manage to get any turrets in these side lanes. As right now, Croco will find Life on his way down. The bros committing to this one. There's the knockup of the Magnus Storm. It's a great answer. And now Hype looking to try and get some damage across, and he certainly does. Chains of Corruption there as well, holding them in place as Bulldog. So many Blight stacks, but Hype cannot finish the kills. But still, down goes the turret, and I think that's exactly what the bros wanted. Whether they should have wanted it or not, I'm not entirely sure. But they played to what their plan was, and the plan succeeded. All right, Equalizer going to get a flash here out of Hype as Dudu comes on over. Look at that, he was burning the kennel.
Can't do that, that's so rude.
I know, it's a bit rude.
It's actually not a very cool thing to do. No flash on Hype is a big deal. That's definitely a big cooldown for the Varus that is playing into a lot of hard engage and at Trundle pillars. We're trying to look for the crash. I feel like someone should take that.
Yeah.
Also, did we try to block the charge and then slightly misplace? I guess no, because it was Pyoshik. I'm losing it, Atlas. I'm not gonna lie. It's already
Pyoshik can't. If he had have blocked his own charge, that would have been very impressive.
This is like we're 16 minutes in. We're already losing the plot. This is Rise, baby.
Oh no, I'm well and truly on top of where the plot is. We were having a discussion about gaslighting. I was thinking about, is it a banned Gaslight Anthem?
Yes, I think so.
I can't remember very many examples of their music, but I remember liking them. It like, you know how like if you don't remember anything about something, it's the, like the vibe of the memory of the name of the thing gives you a good feeling.
The vibe?
Yeah.
Would you say that vibe was...
It's not tempo-based.
Okay.
Although maybe
It's
if I heard
it's
the general BPM of a Gaslight Anthem song, it might help trigger the memory.
You know,
so maybe it is a bit of a tempo vibe, actually.
Sometimes I worry that the LCK is like, you know, one of those episodic shows where you miss one episode and you're like, what the hell are these guys? Like, there's just completely new lingo that you don't understand. And you're like, what the hell are they talking about? Yeah. Is that us?
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's been us for many years now, Chronicler. If you're only figuring it out now,
no, but I feel like are we Flanderized? Are we getting worse?
Yes. All right. The Bros now looking for a little bit of a battle here as the second dragon of the game is going down. That is easily secured. Croco finds the double knock-up as well as the Cyclones are named perfectly. Double kill comes through here for Hype as the equalizer does a fair bit of damage, but unfortunately, it's not going to lock down the kills. Oh, baby, it's a Cloud Soul as well. It's all coming up, bro.
It's again the cohesion that's the difference maker. I think the setup for DNF there was actually good. I'm not even... Your double frontline getting taken out and engaged like that, that's not the end of the fight. Why are Dudu, Bulldog, and Berserker all with full health bars running away? We need to all in.
Well, they definitely did not do very much of that, as Dudu is going to have to flash to get out of the way of Polu. And Bulldog is at least able to grab some pedals here towards his top side, as Dudu is trying to do some backing, and Croco doesn't really like that. Trinity Force is now complete as well. Man, this guy is doing a fair bit of work. But now Pureshik will turn up, finds a kennel, and Dudu come back. Yeah, there it is. The Harpoon is going to connect. And they do manage to take down the overextending Wukong. Now Morgan could be in trouble as well, as you praise the Bros, and then maybe things just go the other direction. They really are. Sometimes they're just contrarians, aren't they?
Okay, that was a classic Croco play, but not in the good way.
Yeah.
Where if he has ult, I think he can make that play.
If you don't like him, it is worst. You don't deserve him, it is killing everyone, you know? As Berserker's going to kill Hype. Speaking of killing everyone, there it is. Very nicely done. And Pureshik just walks up and gets a kill for his AD carry.
Is the tide churning, Atlas?
I don't know. I can't feel the tempo vibes of this game.
It's incomprehensible. This is what I mean. Like, imagine if Dudu flash Qs on top of them here. I actually think Polu, Morgan, and Croco just die.
Yeah.
And then Berserk, Oh.
The look of confusion as well mixed in.
It's so understandable, though. Again, this is what a team with a lack of confidence looks like. It's something we're going to keep going back to. Like, I'm looking at that fight. I think that's playable.
Yep.
With a Rumble who actually is decently fed at that point. And then what happens afterwards is like he gets jumped on and has to flash. Anyway,
I got nothing to really
anyway, it doesn't matter because Croco overchases. Really nice collapse there from Live, as well as a good gank from Pureshik on mid. Means that DNF is back in the lead, Atlas.
They are.
I am just clinging on to hope.
I mean, in the lead is an interesting way to describe it.
When it comes to specifically gold, yeah.
There we go.
I mean, yeah, when it comes to compositions, when it comes to dragons, I don't want to...
Yeah.
I'm really grasping.
They've got strong feet, except one of them is a snake. And so, theoretically, they've got less feet to go around. So maybe it's not as much of a big deal that beats the strength situation. Haha, Cassiopeia jokes. Of course, strength do still give us stuff. Is Pureshik going to come down towards this bottom side of the map looking for closer, but the Twin Fangs are biting the rise. He flashes anyway, just terrified of this snake lady, and we are programmed as humans to be scared of snakes. It's not his fault. But still, that flash was hilarious.
Man, Bulldog clearly not Australian with that flash. I think otherwise he would have held his nerves a lot better. They flash away. They get the kill on the closer, though. Big win there. I think maybe he was expecting closer to like flash on top of him, / flash after him.
Yeah. And closer instead just decides, nah, I'm slithering, man. I'm just going to slither around and have a good time. Bulldog is going to be able to take down this turret towards his bottom side. And so that is going to extend that gold lead that we were talking about, perhaps relevant now, as DNF
You know,
I can feel the tempo vibes now. I actually can.
We can feel them shift. I want to highlight. I very often talk about when it comes to a lot of our teams, even game wins can be a big deal. There's a lot of teams that are very close when together, very close to each other when it comes to the performance in series and in game score. For DNF, that's not enough. They need to win actual series, right? Even a game win, not going to do it by itself, as we do look here. Nice little from closer there. Actually gets the Conqueror proc, and then, okay, yeah, no, I close.
Might have thought that he was dead to one more. No, he wasn't.
But he wasn't.
He was definitely not. So I don't know. It was a bit of a weird flash. Maybe
but
it was a preemptive flash.
I would rather that he flashes than that like they make that play and he miscalculates and dies, and then it's a 1-for-1.
Yeah, that would
I actually would rather have Bulldog flash, even though we can agree that it was not.
Maybe the flash lures them into a false
necessary.
sense of security, thinking that Bulldog's going to be a target that they can go for. As Pioshik is putting Kennels down here in this mid lane, he will take care of your dog.
I just one teamfight DNF. Just one good teamfight, that's all I ask. I know you have it in you, please. Please, you have Rel Rumble, you have Rise, you have a 2-item Spike Corki that's about to transform.
Well, there is a chance of corruption.
Berserker shooting at them.
Exactly. These rockets starting to do some work. Doesn't have too many left in the chamber. As now Croco actually just going to walk on over and start this up. Morgan off to the side as well, as Hype is the one dealing with this mid lane wave. Berserker going to throw that one forward. Some decent damage. Here's the Keeper's Verdict. Just gets rid of the Corki. The follow-up damage is now missing is the equalizer. They just walk away. Now Polu is able to lock down Bulldog. That's a double here for the Lord. And Polu's work here is done. Walks away with 100 health. And DNF, once again, team fights are going to be on the list of stuff that we need to work on in the future.
It's a puppy diff so far in these fights. Polu single-handedly slams away one of the more fed members of the team, and then also immediately finds the engage onto another. That was beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeously
got
played.
Soul point. Oh, DNF.
It's such a shame. And the thing that's beautiful about this as well is I don't think it even matters which target Polu hits, right? Like, he just needs to send someone away, and the fact that there's no hesitation. Immediately, he's flash heroic charging, locking down someone. So for that brief moment, it's a 3v5. Like, you're never winning that.
Again, it's 2 deathball comps. And one team is actually deathballing.
Yeah, and one team has the death baseball bat.
Really, really cute to see the decision-making here. So he initially was channeling at Pioshik, but when Pioshik got ulted, instead of going for the stationary target, he's like, I'm going to hit someone else away, and then follow up with the E, knowing that Pioshik was most likely already dead. So actually, really nice bit of split-second decision-making there from the bro support.
Yep, and also then the immediate follow-up from the rest of the team. This is the difference between these two. As a flash out from Croco, maybe a slightly over-aggressive move, as Polu's still looking for an angle here, as Edge of Night from Hype is able to allow him to soak one of these rockets. I mean, the bros are always going forward at the same pace, you know?
It's always a bit rickety, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe the reason, like, so you know how I explained tempo vibes yesterday? Maybe the bros only understand the tempo vibes if they're at one specific point. And when they do align, right, their idea of what the tempo of the game is and what the tempo vibes are, when it aligns with bros' just consistent thoughts of how things are supposed to be, it looks beautiful.
Atlas,
yeah,
your explanation of tempo vibes, the best way I can kind of explain the way it feels to me.
Yeah.
You know when you have an essay that you write and you need like just a couple more 100 words.
Yeah.
So you're like, what if I just talk? And I don't actually need to talk about it. I don't really need to explain what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna talk around it and then it'll make sense.
No, that's not tempo vibes, that's my career. You're talking about a different thing.
No, but normally I think you make a lot of sense. There's a point with the tempo vibes I just don't get.
Oh, well, I mean, maybe it's just above you. It's
not
everyone
it's
needs
beyond
to
my
understand.
comprehension.
You don't need to understand.
But I do.
I'm here.
That is true.
Yeah.
I guess I don't need to have everything explained to me.
Yeah, and you know, you can just like, you can appreciate the game to the level that you understand, you know? And like
just not at your level.
And I'm just in the realm of the tempo vibes, which is just a little bit higher up.
A little different.
That's allowed. Chance of corruption going to connect here as well. Berserker is really dead. Interruption on the Valkyrie, just gorgeous, and now Polu holding the rest of them in position. And the bros looking for even more as Croco just spinning because he can, and there is Petrifying Gaze here from closer. Dudu gonna flash, that is going to get him out of there, but still, he's not really fighting anymore, and Bulldog, he's done. He is just pushing this bottom lane, and honestly, good move, because they're at least able to get something back.
They can actually contest this. Yeah, with a TP, they still have Equalizer. Like, this is not done.
Well, there is a lot of Baron damage with this composition, especially out of closer.
They can't be slow, they gotta pull the trigger now.
You have to get in there yesterday, but it is just gonna go down. Equalizer is decently positioned. The Magnus Storm doesn't really do much of anything at all, and Dudu really wants to be able to get in there to do damage, but he knows no flash, no chance. The bros just walk away with 5 fresh Barons.
Every time I think there's a punish window, I get proven wrong, Atlas, and I don't like it.
Yeah. By the way, there's a guy in chat called Chillaxbro1 that just said they're not gonna lie, they just really like return tempo vibes. And you know what?
It's provocative.
Same.
Maybe the fact that we don't understand it is what makes it better. Just like this teamfight decision, So Dudu gets out here. As you highlight, nice flash means that Polu can't quite find. But here, if Life fully sends it and Dudu follows up, like I actually think you can at least kill a few of them. I get that. Like I think playing for the smite might not have even though you have 2 smites. Like I get that probably doesn't work. But I just keep seeing these opportunities, and it feels like DNF. They're just not aligned. And now we got Morgan with TP pushing in the bot lane. We got Soul Point set up.
Whoa, there's the flash. Hits 4 with the Petrifying Gaze, but the Heroic Charge goes wide. Bulldog goes golden, and Croco has found him on this back line. And now Morgan gets in there, goes between the worlds. Dudu gets sliced in half. Yoshik as well does have some subjugation, but unfortunately, those that he's trying to subjugate are saying, nah, no thanks, buddy.
And he has subjugation, but not supervisation.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
Well, Bulldog is going to make it to the river. Scuba dives his way out of here.
I don't think the Nexus falls.
I think the Nexus feels like it's already fallen, though, doesn't it?
The Nexus has fallen.
Yeah.
What's that movie?
Olympus is
there
fallen.
You go.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, that movie's great. I don't know.
I don't quite remember. There's a few of those movies.
No, it's like the White House is being attacked, and then
it's these like the politicians are under fire movies. It's like, there's like 800 of them.
It's basically Die Hard with extra steps.
Yeah.
Also,
there's a Channing Tatum one as well.
White House Down. Yeah, I like that one. That one was good.
That was a romp.
So DNF are getting Otacon. I don't get it. After all this, they do get Otacon. As closer starts up, Polu just not quite finding the angle there, and the rest of the team also isn't quite ready. So it's a bit messy. They do kill Bulldog, or get close to killing Bulldog. He does flash over and phase rushes and then makes his way out. So Bro don't actually get that much value out of their Baron buff. Like they haven't even gotten an inhib.
I mean, it's a 4K Rebel Baron power.
Well, it's fine, but you know, they also have Soul. I don't know. I'm trying to glass half full this Atlas.
Yeah, I was gonna say like they've got Soul. Like,
well, no, I know, and also they've won every team fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they even give DNF that little bit of hope. And that's generosity right there, by allowing them to take the Otacon.
Pierce doesn't take that much damage, so that's nice at least.
Has now at least got a little bit of armor built up. There's Croco clearing out some vision where he can. These wards keep popping up as life keeps throwing them over. Harpoon's coming on out, but you can see Morgan splitting in this mid lane up against the Rise. Feeling okay in that matchup as well, as we can see 4-0-3 on this Aurora. I swear, it is, maybe it's not the year of Closer, it's the year of Morgan. It is the year of our Lord 2025.
I'm a little bit skeptical when you try to proclaim it, but round 3 is the round of Morgan. I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, the closer you get to Worlds, the closer he is.
I just hope it continues to round 4. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Hopefully they, get into play-ins.
Because today's the last day of round 3.
Yeah. And yeah, the rounds are very short here, ladies and gentlemen, as Keeper's Verdict is just going to pick the middle. Still DNF taking a lot of damage. And now they're going to look for the flank angle as in goes Croco. Knock up onto life. And he is just going to get taken down. A desperation engage as Bulldog down to 200. Going to get sent back to the fountain. But the Bros, they do not bite off more than they can chew. No, 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 no. We're backing away.
Reset.
Yeah.
Wait for Baron.
Unless Closer decides he wants to kill Pyoshik, or Hype decides that. There's a teleport coming in from Dudu. I don't know what's quite going on there as Heroic Charge doesn't get the stun, and it's just Dudu's wild ride, just on a merry jaunt. Another yell, another scream towards this Rise, who is going to be able to go golden. These Twin Fangs really starting to hurt here as Closer is going to be able to lock down that kill. A weird series of events, but they are going to come up pro in the end. In goes Croco, the flash forward to find the Q onto the Corki. And the Bros are denied their reset opportunity. Instead, they're going to be forced to win the game after waiting for a minion wave.
But what about the Baron?
Oh, it's so sad. That's 43 seconds. That might be too long. Let's see, though, as the siege is on now. Morgan tanking up this turret momentarily, but Life and Pyoshik, I just don't know what they're going to be able to do. Somehow that Chains of Corruption misses, and there goes Life. In the blink of an eye, it is over. And there is Croco locking down that kill. The Bros, in the end, able to come out victorious. It was a very interesting series. The vibes were hard to really translate in this one. But in the end, the power of the Bro team fight was too much.
It really does come down to the 5v5. I think both teams had a lot of mechanical mis-executions, a lot of decisions that made us scratch our heads. But in good times and in bad, the Bros went in together. Everyone was ready. It doesn't matter if someone messes up an engage, if someone flashes into a bunch of enemies. And it's just what makes Bros so fun to watch. And on the flip side, it's what makes these faces on the DNF side so heartbreaking. You can see the opportunities are there, but the gameplay, the trust just doesn't hold up under scrutiny, and it's that continued loss streak still ongoing for DNF.
Yeah, this is the problem. Oftentimes, winning breeds more winning, and losing will also breed more losing. And that is what is plaguing DNF right now. You mentioned there were some angles in some of these fights, but they weren't able to take them. They were risks that they just weren't in a position to take based on where their minds were at in this one. Another victory here for the Cassiopeia as well, bringing it up to a 3-3, right, for the Snake Lady. Not too bad. Maybe we're going to start believing in the Cassio versus Rise matchup. But what I'm also believing in is the second game between these two squads being an absolute joy to witness. We are going to witness that after we take a short break, and then the space with the Tridans are going to break it down. Oh, yeah.
오케이. 나 탈진도 있어서 그냥 잡고. 내가 성공부터 쓸게. 오소라. 이번에 탈진 받고 볼게 이번에. 렐 높이랑 렐 나한테
천천히 해도 돼. 30초라.
아, 네, 나도 까는.
이거 렐만 막아주라.
렐 잡아봐.
안 막아.
근데 바로 스킬 나왔는데 이런 말고 그렇잖아. 바로 스킬 가고 그럴래 왜 진짜로?
아 미안. 좋았어. 아니 바로스 잘했어, 잘해.
서카의 왼비.
살려줄게, 살려줄게.
나이스.
알았어, 너.
같이 재밌다. 근데 초반에 내가 좀.
Poppy once again for Polo. We'll see whether the bans do evolve as well.
I'm not gonna lie, Atlas. I thought you were gonna say not gonna talk about it this time, because guess what? Doesn't matter. But we're not. We're keeping up the veil for a little longer.
Yeah.
Certainly.
If this goes to 3 games, you best believe that there'll
The
be people
discourse-
frustrated in chat saying, just please talk about the game.
And
That's what's
we
going to
will
happen.
be saying no, but not in game 2. You know, and it's again. I just want DNF to win a series, Atlas. It's been too long. It hurts too much. The bros of all teams should be able to do this, right? Maybe that's where your bro text goes toward today. Mate, and I have to keep this going because I'm pretty sure Atlas is just all-inning.
Yeah, I just need to all in on bro.
Yeah,
the way.
as you do.
This is how we do it. I don't have that many channel points.
Because you bet them all on bro.
Because, you know, we all in on bro. That's how we roll. Was a good day when they took down DK, though. That's certainly one of those times where it feels good to be a bro fan. But honestly, you all in after all inning so many times, and you just don't have that many points to go around.
Azir is open.
All right, this could be the angle, and Bulldog is going to snap that one up. We've seen this be a mistake in the past for other teams. We'll see whether giving this to Bulldog is going to be something that the bros do regret.
Watch them slam like Zins out Akali.
Oh God, I mean, they could just.
It is closer.
It is likely that he did do it like in their last match. I am pretty sure.
Was that? Yeah, that wasn't great, right? That Akali didn't work.
This one's a bit more fun.
So I think the Yone right now is not in the best spot. Oh, I do like that.
That's
Yone,
kind of fun.
Maokai. That combo has been very solid for a long time. It just sets up, follows up so nicely. Tier list picks are good though for DN. Freaks, I actually really like both these first picks.
Yep.
Since I was self-explanatory, ton of early pressure available here for Pioshik. And then what? Well, Gwen is taken away by them. So maybe Mbessa? Sion?
Yep.
Could pick Sion here.
Yeah, Sion would actually be fine given the fact that the Trundle has already been utilized in this Fearless draft thus far.
Although Morgan Cho is looming.
Oh
on
God,
the
no,
horizon.
it's actually, isn't it just so free?
I think they should. I think he should, yeah.
Yeah, there is no doubt in my mind that.
Well, I can also go Renekton.
I mean, the Prehistoric Lord is like, it's such a good title, you know? And he has to, like, it would then mean that he has to go Jurassic Cho'Gath.
He has to go Cho'Gath or Renekton.
Renekton's fine too. That's actually a very good point. There are multiple dinosaurs that you can go with, but it's got to be the Cho. It has to be the Cho. And picking the Sion here at this point in the draft, like, think about if that had have just been a Sivir that they locked in instead. I don't think you lose access to a Sion.
No, I don't think it's going to be banned. But it does make me wonder, wouldn't, okay, Bro just save top lane counter pick till last, based on how they've been drafting? I'm pretty sure they would have.
But now they get support counter pick instead. Yeah. Sort of like you get both.
Well, it's also, so now, but that's just the virtue of being on red side, right? You're always going to be able to counter pick a lot.
Yeah, you are able to counter pick a lot. I think if you pick differently on blue side, you can limit the amount of counter picks.
Yeah, I think that what could have happened, as you highlighted, they pick up the Sivir, which I think would have worked fine with this composition. They probably go Sion themselves and then maybe ban Cho'Gath, or I don't even know if you need to ban Dudu Cho'Gath. I'm not really too worried about that.
Or Morgan just picks Cho'Gath blind and just says, and what? That would be pretty Giga Chad.
I don't think he should, though. That's definitely not good.
Ah.
Morgan has been the best Cho'Gath, though, by a large margin.
Emphasis on the large.
4 of the other Cho'Gaths were DK, and none of them were good.
Oh, God, yeah.
Showmakers was probably the best.
Yeah, that was a long time ago, wasn't it?
That was the mid build with the Hyla Blades. That did happen. Yeah.
That was the fun one that originated in the LEC.
Even though they did win with it, Chiu did not look good. Morgan, though...
Didn't we see a 0-8 Sion yesterday? Did that happen?
Maybe. I don't
was
know.
that the day before? Might have been the day before.
It might have been the day before. I don't know. I try to forget games like that.
That might have been
Didn't Dudu go like 0 and 7?
Yeah,
0
I
on
also
Sion?
I also think that there was the 0-8 Cho'Gath situation was actually DK.
It probably was Shiu then.
Yeah.
No, wasn't that Barrel?
I mean, he hasn't played support Cho'Gath in quite some time.
But he played it this year.
I'm saying this week it happened. I'm pretty sure
Oh.
it happened this week.
Okay, that wasn't. No, then it wasn't.
Then it wasn't? Okay.
No. Okay, so we got Nico picked up. I like this draft from the bros.
Me too.
Really good front line, good engage. Do kind of lack.
Oh, we are
consistent damage.
scaling, baby. Look at that. Oh, man. If the DN Freaks manage to convince Bro to do nothing for 30 minutes.
What do you mean convince?
This is so good. That's what I'm saying.
That's the angle.
It's the anti-Bro angle, although...
All right, Slam Jinx.
Since Croco did come in, it has looked a little bit different, but
They're
still.
not quite the same.
I do like the Jinx angle. This would be... We are committed to we're very short range and we're going to start fights. And honestly, we want them to start fights. So maybe this is absolutely fine.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I think it gives you one of the most underrated parts for me about Kai'Sa is her side lane pressure is just insane.
Yep.
It makes it so easy to consistently get picks. And particularly when you're playing as a team like the DN Freaks, whose side laning obviously hasn't been great. There's a lot of angles there. When it comes to the early pressure, it's all about life and Pioshik for DN Freaks. They need to be on point, then they can actually win early skirmishes. If they get engaged on, though, I think that until we reach mid-game, they're kind of cooked. The amount of burst that comes out from OK Membro is a big deal.
Yep.
Eventually, you have so many disengaged tools, you have actually beefy front lines, you'll be fine. But the main thing with the DN Freaks composition is you cannot fall too far behind. Because if you fall behind in mid-game, and you're like half an item behind with this comp, you're done.
Yeah.
You're cooked.
It is a little bit rough. And I have a question. You remember how, like, if you had more than one ninja on a team, you'd have, like, -1 health, and, like, if you're a character that had sunglasses on, you'd take less damage from Leona and things like that. If you play Lumberjack Scion, do you do more damage to Maokai?
You should do one more
You should. I know they removed all these things from the game, which is so sad.
I already feel like they shouldn't.
I really think, because, like, what does 1 point of health really do? Maybe some stuff. We've seen some people go down to relatively low health, but still, maybe we could put that back. That's my petition. Let's get onto the Rift. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This just in, I just heard from Oleye that you do more damage on Tuesday as well. So make of that what you will. May not be true, but oftentimes I believe what I read in chat. It does help spice up my life. So there it is. Do a bit more damage on Tuesday.
It's not a...
That's why we don't have the LCK on Tuesday, because we don't want to skew things in favor of any of the teams that we have.
It does explain a lot about challengers.
Oh yeah, true.
But it doesn't sound like a thing that's true.
Were most of our 9 gamers on a Tuesday? Maybe they were. Imagine that.
We had, what, 2?
Yeah.
Truly, the depths of casting that were hit and the highs will never be replicated again.
Never.
Not in this LCK.
Nope. Unless they bring back Challenger, it will just have to remain in the past. As the Bros waiting here in this brush, not going to connect. And that will be Polu. It just goes down to 50% health to start off the lane. Probably subpar. Putting that in the comms column.
Not ideal, but they do still have laning pressure here. Obviously, they're clear. Good amount stronger here. You just need to make sure you don't get hooked, because that does make your life very unpleasant, as a case in point.
Yeah, Hype's life did become unpleasant. They do this time manage to take life down to about 50%. Both heals and the Ghost expended, actually. So, Bro using a little more here on this bottom side just to maintain that lane advantage, as level 2 is finally gained. And the Bros will at least be able to get some respite for the moment as they crash this wave in. You need to be a little bit careful, though, because Life is hitting these hooks. He's managing to get these anchors lined up, and it's working well. There it is, Piercing Darkness into the anchor once again. But it is getting a little bit difficult to do that, because Polu offers a lot of damage back alongside Hype when he does go in.
It's also interesting in that we have Hype going for Ghost and Berserker going for the Cleanse, which... Oh!
Other hook going to connect here as Polu once again down to about 200 as now Berserker chasing after him. He may have to flash, although he doesn't. And so he's just going to be fine. DNF fighting back nicely here on this bottom side though.
Big wins in the 2v2. When it comes to the health bar, we'll see if they can actually turn it into a CS advantage, or whether it's going to remain just about the health, as we are farming grass stacks off each other.
Yes, certainly
that's the game plan.
It's working well for Dudu so far, so there's at least that.
So I also am going to take a close look at something that I think teams haven't been doing very well, and I hope that Morgan can show us how it's done, given his previous Cho'Gath performance, in that I want to see him actually hit feast stacks off of minions before the game is over.
Like, just eat minions.
Just eat minions, but also eating a single grub, eating a dragon when you're there is something you should do. Yeah. As soon as you can. Obviously, if there's a specific objective you want to play for, that's okay. But I can't really deal with the continued pressure of watching a Cho'Gath just sit there and not become bigger. It feels wrong. I need him to be as big as humanly possible. And Morgan did that.
Oh, that brings me to the plot of the most recent Jurassic Park film, where it is about humans making dinosaurs as big as humanly possible, you know?
The last, like, new age Jurassic Park I watched was the first one with Chris Pratt.
Ah, yeah.
Another!
So I think that's like 3 away.
Yeah, like 3 or 4 movies.
Yeah.
So did you actually watch it?
Yeah, I went and watched it.
Oh, was it good?
For some reason, my wife and I just like go and watch every Jurassic Park film together.
This was the one with Scarlett Johansson, right?
Yeah.
So
and it was a bit of a non sequitur, but it had dinosaurs in it, and dinosaurs are cool. So
I respect it.
I was into it for that reason. Not a great film. I don't.
You and I
beat around the bush.
Went to
not good.
Watch Superman. That one was awesome.
That was definitely, it was fun. I'm not going to say I really thought it would. I mean, I think the performances were good. I think the story was unnecessarily convoluted.
Really?
Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was good.
It was better than I expected. It was better than I expected.
Were you also there when we went to see Thunderbolts? I'm not.
No, I didn't see that one.
Didn't see that one. That one was good. I think you would like that one.
Yeah, apparently that one was okay. I made the mistake of watching the...
it was quite good.
Another couple of superhero films.
Oh, yeah, you saw like the bad...
Yeah.
The bad stretch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've gone off. I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm just going to go watch True Detective with my wife. And
yeah, and instead you're going to watch
good performances and stuff.
Yeah, like the new Jurassic
like the new Jurassic Park. No, that was before. That was before, okay?
Okay.
That was different.
But you're committed now to Jurassic Park.
And we are committed to a team fight as well, as Kroko's flashing in, managing to get on top of Pyosik, but already Polu has gone down and Pyosik gets himself out. It's the steal, though, for Kroko to make sure that this is worth it for the bros, as Emperor's Divide from Bulldog is really helping, but Life still taking a fair bit of damage. There's the flash over from Dudu, and the knock-up still catches Hype, who is able to at least get the supercharger to get himself out of there, and Dudu is not able to follow up because it was a good rupture. Still 2 kills for DNF, even if they don't get the Drake.
A team fight win for DNF. Breathes hope, as we saw the fan cam there. Fans feeling good about that one. Dragon did go over to Bro, so it is not the end of the world for them, but it is a big win.
Yeah.
That is what I want to see. I want to see true commitment, and that's what they gave us here. Initial setup to this fight doesn't look that good, but Pyosik actually does a great job, and Life again has been the main character for DNF thus far. Hooks the people away from Pyosik to ensure that he doesn't go down. Then Bulldog sets up actually a really nice fight, forces the flash, and then Dudu, he commits in a way that fills me with joy. The fact they're not able to kill Hype is a little unfortunate. I feel like they could have chased a little further, but early on is Polu.
Well, he's just flashing away. Hype now in a little bit of trouble, but Life is also going down lower and lower. Supercharger to get Hype in there as the hook is still going to connect. Kroko does turn up, but can he actually save the play? That's the question as Berserker gets out of the way of the grasping nature, and it is just going to be a 1-for-1 in the end.
Favorable, though, for DNF, I would say, because the Kai'Sa ends up dying.
Would agree.
But the kills go over the life, which is a bit unfortunate. You know, that's not really what you want, as...
Demolition Man here on the bottom side of the map as Morgan just walks up to the turret momentarily. There's a large minion wave here, and Morgan's relatively loud, so he is just going to yell at the Scion a bit.
Morgan is already on 2 feast stacks.
There we go. Just use it on cooldown.
That's what I love. That's what I want to see.
Got to get bigger.
Got to get bigger.
All right, we're gonna see how this one starts.
I'm kind of wondering whether Hype thought that he was about to ding 6, like maybe the experience bar was close, because I don't know, this makes sense, right? It's just really a nice hook from life. But then recommitting here before Croco is there, this aggressively, I don't think you can really excuse us.
He's here in this bottom lane.
Everywhere!
Yeah, we got 1 second on the feast, but Croco is moving in. Oh dear, remember Morgan gets more powerful the lower his health bar. His Dawning Shadow goes down, and maybe I lied, because Morgan is just dead. Croco over here now just gonna have to walk his way out. This Christmas tree is just gonna park itself underneath this turret to try and grab some of these minions. Life is really pulling DNF back into this series.
I just hope it keeps it up, because this is a life level performance that I don't even remember what the last time was we saw life play like this. Because there were times when he did.
Yeah, I think he may have had a Gen G tag when he was playing like it last time.
Might have been 4 years, yes. As, oh, Morgan's hubris of a tank player, thinking he can just, you don't need to go in here. Yeah, just stay.
He was feeling himself, man.
Well, yeah, but ends up dying because of the ultimate. Really nicely done there as well by Berserker, assisting his teammates. You weren't really necessary, like you don't really have kill threat, but at least wait until you sustain up a little bit off of the minion wave.
Yeah.
Just let the play go. The fact you got out there with your life is already a win.
Yep.
It's almost a 2K goal lead for DNF.
And their composition is all scaling. We have to say once,
Dare we to dream?
Yeah. Well, no.
No, no dream.
I'm not dreaming in either direction.
Okay.
At this point in time.
I can only imagine what the discourse will be when we do hit the game 3, so I'm kind of hoping for that.
Yeah.
Also, I think DNF need a win, man. I think even the staunchest bro fan, you're a bro fan, so you're noble, just by nature.
Yeah.
You know you can afford to get
absolutely. I mean, we go all in and then just hope that we lose. That's the bro way. It's not about victories on the Rift, because we get victories just by existing as, you know, bro fans.
Wouldn't it be poetic if your bro tax goes toward making a DNF player happy?
True. Although I don't pity DNF fans, right? It's not about pity here.
Okay, let me rephrase that. How about making a DNF player happy?
Absolutely. Because we want to make everyone happy.
Yeah.
That's the bro way. As Morgan is going to get knocked up. I mean, this is just Scion versus Cho'Gath, everyone. That's kind of how it's going. Closer is going to be able to lock down this Siege minion. 300 gold is the lead here for Bulldog in this mid lane, as Closer is continuing to take a lot of pressure. And the bros licking their wounds for the moment, but we'll see where they do try to put on an extra layer of pressure. I think fighting for this Drake going to be a very good idea, because I think that is one of the biggest remaining win conditions here for the bros, is to try and get a dragon stack going, make that one their way to win this game. As I say that, it is a back coming on through for Croco, and Pureshik has already started off the Drake. So it is not one of the Drakes that they're going to contest.
And even though these early skirmishes were good, we need to see actual team fighting. We're gonna hold off on the excitement. We're gonna hold off on truly losing it until we see DNF actually take a good team fight.
And triple Chemtech, Hextech Soul is available for both teams now. That is a scary prospect. As teleport back in here from Closer, doesn't quite have his Blade of the Rune King completed just yet. And as he gets back to lane, Bulldog is going to offer a fair bit of damage back. His National's Tooth is done. Doesn't even have shoes. He's just built that sword. That is what he's going to be going to battle with.
Isn't it more of a dagger? I don't actually. I haven't looked at it in
it's a tooth.
detail.
It's a tooth, actually, isn't it? It's
well, yeah, but a dagger can be.
Yeah, you'd make a dagger out of a tooth, wouldn't you? And it depends on how big the tooth.
Well, it can be a sword. I just think that this shape it gives Dagger.
Well,
Oh my
Pollard's gonna
God,
get
Life!
flashed on here by Life. He finds the knock-up as well. Pollard gonna have to flash away. Slightly aggressive, maybe overly so, but I just love the vibes. I love what Life is putting out here.
I'm with you. I don't know about tempo yet, but the vibes are there.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that TP though.
Well, Nature's Grasp is coming on through here as there's the ulti. They just want to punish Life for his hubris. He wants to try and Hexgate his way out, but there is enough CC to deny any of that. In fact, just damage would be enough. So he was definitely not escaping there.
Might have been worth just letting Morgan eat him.
That would have been a good idea. Feed the Cho'Gath is a good move.
Would have been good. Like, he's not going to be able to make it towards the top side anyway because he TP'd behind them. This is also, I still think, a fine trade for DNF because they get a ton of damage towards the top side turret. As Dudu needs to be a little careful. I know he's Scion, but that is a lot of damage that is imminent here. And he will be dipping out. Also has his ultimate available, so I guess I needn't worry.
He's all right momentarily. Still, the Bros able to grab a little bit back as far as some control over this game. We're going to see this one more time as, yeah, there was a hell of a lot committed to just killing a Nautilus. But sometimes when you are struggling,
come on, Morgan.
It's time to just put as many resources into killing a target as you possibly can.
You got to think about the food.
Yep.
Just, it's fine. You're not killing any of those other guys. Just run towards that Nautilus, jumping up.
All right, Heartsteel done here for Morgan as well. Doesn't have many stacks there, but he is up to 4 already on the feast. And every time I look up and I see that it's on cooldown, I just smile. I feel good.
Is that how Ox feels when it comes to Ziggs and teams not rotating him with the W?
Oh, 100%.
Where he just becomes like so focused, and I'm just like, get those feast stacks up! Well, that makes sense.
That's how it goes.
I like Cho'Gath, man. He's such a Season 2 champion.
He's brilliant because he also hasn't been reworked when most of the other ones have in one way or another.
Because he's fair. He just does what he does and he always has.
I mean, he has one of the last remaining silences in the game, right?
Yep. Yeah, there is a decent amount of like the channel interrupts. Those I think are still relatively commonplace, but yeah. Silences, there are not a lot anymore.
Kind of crazy thinking back to what LeBlanc used to do and what Cassidy used to do.
Yeah, when you think about it, that's actually, particularly with LeBlanc, a character whose whole identity is I jump in and you can't counterplay unless you like really have it. Yeah, that's, wow.
A little bit silly. As Berserker is just going to take this turret and there is nothing the Bros can do about it. That is going to be feats of strength. This first turret blood goes down and the Bros are just losing.
He is also Giga accelerated here. 45 souls at only 15 minutes. And every showing between these two teams, Atlas, need I remind you, has gone the distance.
Yeah.
Has gone to free.
We should have known.
Right now, it's feeling good.
Well, they're going to take even more here, as the Rift Herald is going to be taken. We want to remind everyone as well that this doesn't get worse for DNF.
Oh, no.
They are just happy to continue scaling to infinity. And so the Bros gonna have to do something before it just gets way too late. Back gonna come on through here for Berserker. He's gonna see what he can put together as the next item. Very close to Rapid Fire Cannon item number 2. Aiming should be taking notes.
As long as no one on DNF massively oversteps, they also have so much built-in safety, right?
Yeah.
Like actually killing the target for Bro is really hard because even your prime target, Berserker, has a Zero to keep him safe, has a Scion, has a Nautilus, and has a Xin Zhao. And normally I think you're supposed to fall behind a little bit in the early skirmishes, but because the early fight did go their way, that's not the case. Berserker is actually 1,000 gold ahead, about to hit RFC.
It's massive. The fact that the center is so far ahead is ludicrous here in this game. As Morgan wants to be able to answer this turret take towards the bottom side. The problem is that there's also a dragon available as Pioshik may be a little bit too far forward, but the hook is going to come on through. Pop Blossom is denied almost entirely as Closer a defensive little Q there is slightly helpful as Dudu from the back end of the fight is looking to take one down, and there is the Piercing Darkness to finish off the kill. A double comes down as Ione falls, and Life says 2 for 1, we take those, and an inner turret is going to fall as well as Morgan was thinking about a flank and thinks against it in the end.
The Lord even TP'd. Didn't matter. fight was already lost as, oh my god, Atlas.
I mean,
Is it happening?
there's very little chance that the Bros can win this game. Based on what we're seeing in the play, but also how these drafts are set up. These team fight, like, what happened in that booth afterwards? Like, what was Bulldog watching? You know, and then what did he share to the rest of his team after he watched it? That was all we really saw, was him in the coach's booth, studying, making sure that everything was better. Man, he came up with the answer here, and it was Life play really well. And Life was like, all right.
All right, okay, I guess I will. And then he has.
Yep.
So far, absolute. Don't be fooled by that KDA, by the way. He is the player of this match so far for DNF, but it's everyone looking better.
3-3-3. He literally has 100% kill contribution on both teams.
That's impressive.
Yeah. I was going to say, look at that scoreline and be impressed.
If there is action, he'll be there.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter where it is, night or day, bro or rain, he'll be there. Don't you worry. I think that this is one of those classic bro games where after a great game one, they just kind of don't do anything and lose.
That is what it's looking like thus far. Let's see whether they come alive. Maybe there's some sort.
Oh, I think.
But I just don't really feel it.
I think they will.
In game 3.
Hey, you know where I was going with that.
And honestly,
You know
what
me
would
so well,
today
Atlas.
have been without this first series being a 3-gamer? It's just not really.
Yeah, I'm not going to make statements like, oh my god, there's no way, because let's be real, it's still DNF, right? They still need to close out the game.
Yep.
And we're not going to make any statements like that for a team that has just really struggled with actually closing out games. But given the position that this draft is in, the fact that they have both amazing engage, amazing disengage, a really big range advantage, and their carries are fed, I feel like this should be a slam dunk. This should be a freebie from here on out for DNF. All they need to do, keep Bulldog and Berserker safe, team up, and 5v5.
Yeah, I mean, if they were half their gold lead behind, I would still say that DNF are in a great place in this game.
Instead, they're 5.5k gold up.
Yeah.
I understand their reservations surrounding Otacon. I think it's fine to start Otacon and then just turn. That's okay. Don't actually need to flip and take any big risks. I get why you wouldn't want to do that if you're DNF.
Let's see whether the Bros can actually get Polo into a good position to hit a Pop Blossom. That is going to be a really important thing, in my opinion, in this game, because the Pop Blossoms really haven't been landing. Polo had a great game on the Poppy. Unfortunately, not too much more. We've started up the Otacon, though.
Bro is at the objective first. That can be annoying to play into for the Maokai, and Polo is on the flank.
Yeah, this Polo angle is actually fantastic. Wind becomes lightning with Pyoshik not quite able to get in there. As it goes down to 100 health, and Pyoshik, he's able to lock it down. Polo gets into the back line, but Bulldog is absolutely fine. And oh god, the Bros are just way too far behind. They're going to get obliterated in this fight after losing the objective, and now going to lose even more.
And DNF, surge to life. This might be a like 22-minute, they might end. I don't know if they actually can, but it was a clean ace. And even though the Nexus might not fall, the game is over.
Oh, yes. I mean, I think it's been over for quite some time.
Oh, I know, but I wanted to be
10,000
careful.
gold, 21 minutes, Senna Azir Scion. I mean, at this point, it's like attack move winnable.
We're getting to haircuts.
Yeah, rally your Zerglings to the enemy's nexus, you know?
That's where we're at, right? It's hairband time. If we would do that, which we don't, because we're not going to repeat that mistake. I do love, though, that DN Freaks finally are in the fray. We see a full commitment on the team fight, a trust in their front line, and even though Bro tried to throw them off kilter, they're not going to fall for it.
Well, it is still going to be a slow and steady type scenario here.
I mean, yeah, they don't get soul in 45 seconds, so that's something for Bro.
Yeah, I think the fact that this is a best of 3 is the biggest thing for Bro at this point in time.
You know me, Atlas, always the optimist.
Yeah.
I got nothing though. I don't see it.
Well, at least Polo made it to level 7. by 22.5 minutes in this game.
Oh my god, dude, that is so funny. He did the most damage in the game.
Okay. I mean, fair enough.
Well, I mean, is it? He has an Azir with Leandris on his team.
I mean, I don't understand it, but I understand.
A little bit of that is farming off of Cho'Gath, right?
Yeah.
So we need to...
There hasn't been a massive amount of, like, we're skirmishing all the time. It's a lot of Bro not doing very much, losing after losing a couple of skirmishes early. And now Morgan looking for a flank angle. Some desperation here as Croco goes in. The rupture is decent, but that is a golden Azir. Still, he's going to get gobbled up, and down goes Life as well. So it's a better looking fight here for the Bros, but still, DNF, they have Berserker, and it's Berserker not really doing too much in this fight for now.
Atlas.
There's the knockup.
Atlas.
Is this just going to be the counter ace? Oh my god, DNF! Not like this! No! Dudu is dead! There's the ace! And I don't think it changes the fact that DNF should win, but it's still so sad!
No, this doesn't actually mean anything. It's fine. 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 They're okay. Just don't tilt. Please, DNF. Please.
I mean, I'm saying please, Chronicler, please.
No,
at this point, pull yourself together, man.
I'm barely keeping it together, Atlas, because...
well, the Bros are going to be able to deny that soul point that you were talking about. Some more bounty gold does go over here. I don't know what to tell you, Chronicler.
It's fine.
They want to fight.
Okay, it's okay. They still took 2 inhibits. They're still going to be set up for Nash. They're still 6,000 gold ahead.
Yeah.
They still outscale.
Yeah.
All they need to do is not tilt.
Yeah.
And have another one of those fights.
Yeah.
Because one more of those fights,
yeah.
I actually wouldn't be able to take this. Like, I'm telling you, I'm not doing this for DNF. You know me, Atlas. I'm a fragile man. I can't.
It's going to be really difficult for Chronicler. So
it's fine.
DNF,
it's fine.
think about that.
No, but they're fine.
They are just going to take this inhibitor, and Bro aren't really going to be able to do anything about it, as we can see. We've got ults up in 2 seconds, and then Bro are going to have all of them. That is not before.
Right.
Their base is entirely exposed.
Back to textbook. We start up Nash. If they come, we turn on them.
No, if you
They can't fight. They can't fight you. There's triple inhib down. They can't actually do anything about it. You do have to actually start Nash. You do have to start Nash.
Well, they're going to look to kill the Bros
Actually
on their
start
way
Nash.
towards the Nash first. And the Bros are going to try and get some waves shoved out. The Nash has been started. There's a lot of vision, actually, for Bro in the area. It's kind of crazy. So they know exactly what's going on. Look at this cheeky ward. And
Morgan can actually steal this, by the way.
Oh, 100%. He can just
there's no cone.
flash over.
There's no cone. He doesn't have flash. It's fine. They're good. They're okay.
Well, Life is going in. Let's see whether the follow-up is going to be there. There is the Nash taken. As already, Life has gone down. Closer getting on top of Pyoshik, who does manage to flash his way out. But the knockup's there onto Bulldog. Empress Divide doesn't do much of anything at all. As Hype gets into that backline and flashes onto Bulldog to take out the Azir. Only 2 left standing, but the Winions may have taken matters into their own hands. As Morgan says, nope. I can take on this army. Thankfully, my Nexus turrets are going to respawn as he at least keeps one of them alive. And DNF, guys, I mean, really.
It's starting to feel like all the forces of the universe do not allow DNF to win.
Do I even understand scaling in League of Legends? Do I get it?
Just let Life die. Life dying for Nash is great. It's fine. It's your nod. It doesn't matter. Because you can slow play this. Why are we going in this hard? Look at the base. Just slow play DNF.
Yeah.
You already got Nash. You can just leave and then literally...
But also, like, Life didn't even need to go in because they couldn't have actually got into the pit
No, but
at all.
I agree. But Life going in there is fine. Just sack your Nautilus. Let it go.
It's the multi-pronged. It's like when we're talking about the Trident.
Atlas.
You know, it's try mistake.
Atlas, it's only a 4,000 gold lead now, and I think they should still win, but I'm getting worried.
Well, Morgan has a very large amount of health. This inhibitor is just going to get taken out one more time. As DNF with Baron, triple inhib down, 1 Nexus turret. The Bros will have to just hope that they can destroy them, and they're going to need to start this fight so quickly. There's the flash forward from Closer. He looks to get on top of Berserker, who goes down so incredibly low, and then dashes back to Void Seeker! Oh, you seek and you shall find! Hypers, in goes Croco! They get the Pop Blossom as well onto the entire team! Oh, bro, no, you cannot do it to them! Not like this! Pyoshik is dead, out goes the Scion. Still, it's gonna take like a year and a half for the Bros to mop up the base.
No, get rid of the cam, I don't want to see it!
No, there's no way. There is no way this is, you're not allowed to win from here.
Oh my god, Hype, this snipe right here. Unbelievable. How is no one catching that either?
And that is without investing a single ultimate. So now this 4v5 has every R button available.
Well, I'm glad both Dans are here, because I might not be available for the second series if
Yeah, we've got some analysts. We also have a play-by-play. That's the best part. We can just put Brendan up here.
But I think we're going to need some time if DNF don't win this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, 100%. Nongshim and Genji, like that's Valdez and Ox. 100%. We can, I'm happy to hang out on the space. I may not be very useful.
I'm going to need to go outside and just sit by the river for a little bit.
Yeah, I want to see some, I really want Cherry Blossom season, but it's not Cherry Blossom season anymore. I really
Or rainy season, you know, you sit at the overhang.
It's supposed to rain today.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, don't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is supposed to. It's been dry for a long time, but today is the day of rain.
No, they're gonna win.
It might be raining in here too.
They're
They don't manage to get this. Like, I don't know.
I don't know how I am this emotionally invested in the 1-in-20 team, but that's where we are right now, Atlas.
No, that's how it's supposed to go. And this was supposed to be their win. They do have Soul Point.
The gold lead is gone.
Yeah, no, it's just not even there.
But
the inhibitors are going to be back up again really soon. There is the second one that has respawned in that mid lane. So now it is just bottom side of the map. Like, if DNF get Hextech Soul, I think it is then just over, right?
I will, yes, it should be. Atlas,
but
if
there's
DNF don't win this game, I will believe in curses. And not caster curses, but curses that are placed upon a team, because if they cannot win this game...
Oh yeah, this is some Voldemort defense against the Dark
I don't know what is happening here,
right
but this can't be explained!
Yep, Tom Riddle, what have you done
Croco.
to our Duke?
Croco's on the flank!
Well, he is spotted relatively early. The double rupture is massive though, and the Pop Blossom is going to connect! But Berserker is still up, the Emperor's Divide is good, but doesn't matter! Hype is on the side, another double rupture here from Morgan, who seems immune to damage! And Wife is just dead. That is the result of this play. The inhibitors also stay up, and this time, the DN freaks do not overextend.
And the game returns to a state of equilibrium.
1 minute, 20 seconds until 3 inhibitors are alive here.
So we take another look. The big thing is that Bulldog survives all of this. Morgan starts with the knock-up. Croco also does a really good job of finding that flank. And it's kind of a scathing indictment of DNF that they don't have vision.
Yeah.
They see the flank coming, but at that point it's already too late. But they keep their 2 carries alive, which means that, yes, life dies. Doesn't matter that much in the grand scheme of things. But now that inhib is about to respawn, and that was the biggest advantage that DNF had. Now, they also have a range advantage, and I would argue a compositional advantage, but we have seen those things not matter, as somehow Prime Hype of Challenger renown has shown up in this game.
Not to mention, Closer actually finding some incredible team fights later on in this game, where his early performance was forgettable, and now Polu gets in there, down goes Bulldog! He finds nothing with the sweep! Oh, Bruce, how are you doing this?
Okay, bro, looking to start up Nash, but do note that their base is open. Their base is open.
Yeah.
Their base is open.
Someone needs to go back.
Okay, but if they trade Nash for 2 inhibs, like, I don't think they can end, because they can't actually, they don't have a wave.
I mean, they are just going to immediately go back, so they're not losing the game off the back of this one.
They get the mid inhib.
Yep. As
Okay.
Pioshik will finally...
They get the mid-inhib. So it's
Yep.
mid-inhib for Nash. Definitely a trade up for Bro, who now have the gold lead back in their favor.
But mid-inhib means basically nothing, right?
Oh, I know.
Park yourself mid anyway.
Oh, and if
Oh,
the
God.
respawn on that bot lane, inhib was a little better as... I'm not gonna lie.
You know what this is? This is Ender's Game, man.
That
This
was-
is like beat him so hard that you win every subsequent fight as well.
That was a crazy play, a crazy flash engage from Palu. But also, oh my god, like what can you do? Like there is basically no time to react there. The flash Nico ult, we've seen Carrier do it, Apollo as well as Croco is looking for a flank. It might be an angle where we actually see Bro get the fur dragon. And that'll be it.
Oh my god, if that is what's going to happen, it would be absurd. They have a gold lead now, 2.6k. Croco on a brilliant flank angle, but he's spotted.
There's the TP.
Gets the control ward down, teleport in.
Oh, they do have a ward. Closer's on his way.
He does walk over that vision, but the Nature's Grasp still comes down. He wants to find the angle onto Berserker, but Berserker is still safe for the moment. Morgan in a bit of trouble. They get the knock-up onto Dudu, though, and the Pop Blossom, it connects onto this center in the backline, and Hype says, good night, my friend.
Bulldog's still alive.
Bulldog is able to get a whole lot of work down finally. He does go down. Pioshik.
They traded up.
Able to be able to take down Hype, and yes, Morgan and Closer are still alive, but DNF have more.
It's super free. Dudu can TP back. I think this might be the Hextech Soul going over to DNF.
Hextech Soul should mean that the game is likely more difficult to win.
No, they're waiting. Can they even kill him?
I don't know. He's got GA as well as... Okay, Life was the only one left in that brush. Wind Becomes Lightning does come on through there as he gets himself over. But he's in perfect position to be murdered. Morgan has 17 million health bars and a feast. So you might say, I've got Smite. Everything's going to be okay. Not against this guy. Oh, Chronicler, no.
I cannot take this!
Nope, not anymore. Not this, no, not like this. No. I've said not like this so many times, it's losing meaning. All right, let's have it, take me through it, Chronicler.
So, it's again Palu that for me is the MVP. This time though, I think Berserker needs to flash this right there. Gets clipped on the very edge. And then, that is the plasma stack, by the way, that sets it up. Without that, Hype doesn't have an ult angle. It's the heroics from Pioshik ensuring that Hype dies that make this even remotely close. And Bulldog still does a lot of damage as, I don't even know, guys. Like,
yeah, Life was still waiting there, but Pioshik had left earlier. They didn't see Closer coming over, but...
Even with Pioshik there, they just can't. They can't do that.
That Q angle that went under Dudu's Q to destroy Life and then gets out safely. But we've got another fight coming on. Ooh,
the range.
Almost.
Berserker has hit 100 stacks.
Unbound Soul as well, non-committal. And there is
1,500 health.
extra range. Like, he's a monster.
He just doesn't get, and that to me is partially Berserker. Again, I think he should have flashed that. But the rest of the team, you need to keep this guy safe. There's a Kaisa and a Yone on the enemy team.
Yeah.
You need to use your tools to try and protect him, because if they just go for him and you don't somehow hold them off.
It's 6 items. Like, it's a whole full item. We're in mid and in AD carry right now. Sort of out of nowhere.
Well, it's the, what, like 5?
Yeah, and it's the fact that it's the huge lead for Life in the support position, I guess, and Pioshik as well in jungle, that is allowing such an incredible lead like that. But it's just kind of nuts that it's an entire completed item.
I kind of would have liked, instead of going for Bloodletters, to go for Death Cap as well. I think you just need the maximum amount of damage you can get because you only have 2 carries on your team, right? And that's what we're really seeing is that Bro have, I'd argue, 3 carries with Morgan, and as big as he is. Whereas DNF only have 2, although Pioshik in that last fight did end up getting the kill.
How much health does Morgan have? Like, is he hitting 10k yet?
I know, but it's a lot.
I think it's probably 7 or 8.
I want to highlight, look at Palu. Palu has been the deciding factor in so many of these fights.
And if they do find these pincer moves, this composition is so devastating.
It's the continued Croco flank angles, right, that you highlighted, or it's Closer TPing behind. The vision coverage needs to be better from DNF. They can't allow... Berserker basically can't get tagged by any of Morgan's knock-up, Croco's CC, Closer's knock-up or Palu, because if Hype can ult, you lose the fight. If Hype gets the ult on Berserker, Senna doesn't get to play the game.
Yep. Berserker's still level 16 as well. It's a 2-level advantage for Hype in that matchup.
Okay.
Oh
Okay, Atlas.
And I still think that if this was any other game, I'd look at this game state and I'm like, Sion, Senna, Azir? Oh, it's in the bag.
It's a win. It's not a win. Oh, come on, DNF.
Well, there is the knock-up onto a Sion. Not something that they're going to look to engage on here.
We are just K-ramming.
We are K-ramming so much. No one wants to be the one that makes the mistake. That's what this game has come down to. As Baron going to be up very, very shortly.
Trap.
Yeah.
Dudu can take it.
Yep, he can be the one that's... Oh, that is... Berserker's not the one that's supposed to be tanking those.
Oh, another flank.
Yeah, Morgan walks forward. There is the Nature's Grasp. And can they find the CC? That's the question. Bro, haven't hard committed, but in goes Closer. He gets exhausted, but pulls it on back. Life still at 50%. Pyoshik as well, down relatively low.
Mid lane is pushing. Bro's just starting up Nash.
All right, well, there's a flash forward from Closer. I don't know whether that was the angle he wanted, but he binds the soul once again. Morgan taking so much as Hype. Killer Instinct into the backline. The Pop Blossom. It connects, and down goes Bulldog. Polu will be answered here as Pyoshik down low himself. The hook is going to connect, but Hype is still up and available. And Dudu is getting himself out. Berserker is over the wall as Morgan. He's going down lower. He's got full health.
No!
But no! And the Bros, I think they just did it. Oh, there is no way, DNF. There is no way, DNF.
Well, then, I guess they're not ending yet.
I mean, the Baron does go down. 4 for 1 is the trade. The Bros have won 5 team fights in a row to bring us to this moment. DNF had all but won this game.
I think, it's hard to see in the replay, I think Bulldog dashed in trying to get the ult angle. I think he got hit by a Maokai Q. So he got interrupted mid-dash.
Ah.
Because he didn't get clipped by the Pop Blossom, but the Hextech Soul goes over. And I think that is the death sentence on this game. And I don't have words.
I'm not gonna, I do have to say, I know we've been focused on the fact that DNF really need to get wins, but this comeback performance from the Bros as well, this camaraderie that they are showing us has been absolutely unbelievable. I just wish it was against any other team.
If this was against DK, even we
oh yeah, yeah, no,
we would have had to appreciate it.
If this was against B&K, DRX, they're on the same playing field.
That would have been, we would have all been joyous.
But it's DNF, man. They needed anything. Just let him take a cheeky game too, you know?
Come on, bro. Just one push. Just one over-aggressive push. Come on, man.
But now, I actually think the Bros need to do this. They need to complete this extraordinary comeback. Because honestly, it is absolutely amazing what they have accomplished in this game. Yeah, Hextech Soul, and now Morgan just gets to eat all of their stuff. 6,000 in the lead for just Hype. He has no shoes. He took them off. He's like, you got those upgraded shoes? What about no shoes? And even these Pop Blossoms kind of hurt, as Bulldog does take a bit of damage there. And I think Morgan can tank a Fountain Laser for about 12 minutes. That's what his health bar looks like to me. He doesn't even have full build yet.
This game got me contemplating life, Atlas.
I think life is contemplating life. You know, it's really gotten to that level.
There's too many layers!
And I do want to say that this 4 and 9 Nautilus was about to get my POM vote no matter what, even though I don't have one anymore. That was just a brief thing yesterday. As Croco does take a bit of damage here.
I'm not gonna lie, some of the later fights, the hooks have not been.
No, but the early game, the reason they basically won this game
Atlas,
by the mid game was him.
I'm coping. Bulldog has his AIDA or has his...
I mean, it's still winnable. They just need to play better.
He has death cap. He's death cap. Maybe... Oh, no, not the sapling. Hextech Soul.
Oh, yeah. The slapling.
The electric slapling.
It's danger. The roots are going to come out. The nature is grasping. Even the Void Seeker will connect. Berserker is just down. Pyoshik does get on top of Hype, but he's just autoing his way to freedom down to the GA, but he's not worried about it. And the Bros will snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat, and DNF still only one game so far this round, and they are careening towards equalizing their loss streak. And right as we are signing the death word of DNF, Closer hits 1,000 kills. Congratulations. I feel like I watched something that I should not have watched.
In my casting career, I think we can confidently say there has never been a game like this. Has there ever been an occasion where a bro victory made you feel even a little bit bad? No, because they're the bros.
I mean, honestly, I don't feel bad. Not now, because like, they're the bros, and it's fantastic. I could imagine a normal person would feel a little bit worried. Is please do your palm.
Oh yeah.
Just give it to Morgan. Well, you can give it to Polo. I guess his poppy play was great. That's fine.
Well, and the Nico.
The Nico was also very good. But Morgan was just so large, you know?
The mental resilience of the bros will be talked about for eons.
And you know what? Do you know what this comes back to? And this is something that I was talking about in the last game, and you said that it made no sense. I want to bring it back up again because we can. Because the series was silly. But what I said about the tempo vibes and the fact that the bros just think that the tempo vibes are always with them, moving at a pace that they understand. It probably was in that game too, even though we felt like everything was doomed to the bros. No, not the case. That man on your screen right there, Hype, an absolute hero in this game as well.
Oh, even if he ends up getting, like, I don't know, gets POM, there's an argument to be made. Actually, now that I think about it, wouldn't there be a more fitting way for a Bro Series to end with everyone getting a POM?
Oh, 100%, yep. That's what you'd need.
I legitimately,
I want a 5-way tie.
Everyone at their moments.
Yep. We need 3 people to just not vote, and then 2 each. That's how it's going to work. These highlights.
And Atlas, my belief in the caster curse does remain strenuous, but I can no longer deny the existence of the curse that has been placed upon DNF.
Oh yeah.
To just lose.
The defense against the DNF arts. Just doomed to never quite find happiness. 1 series win against Nongshim Red Force. In what feels like such a long time ago. Now, with this loss here, DNF unable to even make second in the Rise group. There is only one possible position that they can get to, mathematics allowing, that will let them even make it to the play-ins.
And this is, for me, the moment where the game truly broke. When the double inhibs were down and they fully committed.
It was, yeah, 3 inhibitors were down.
They did not need to do anything here.
Yep.
And Berserker just gets clipped by a closer rope. The fact that they all decide to throw away their life for life there.
Oh, these pop blossoms later in the game.
No,
the problem is that like life at the beginning of this game was actually quite. Polu at the beginning of the game was quite problematic.
He was.
And then he's like, oh no, we win these actually. We scale. Maybe that's what they were saying to each other. Don't worry, we scale, guys.
Let this be a lesson to when your buddy says, don't worry, we outscale, they're speaking truth only.
Or it doesn't matter. Just believe.
Just trust.
The only thing that truly needs to scale
oh my God,
is your ability to believe in yourself.
The bros are Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I never thought about that. That's insane. That's so apt. What the hell? When you drop the just believe, I'm like, yes, of course they are!
Mm-hmm. I hate and love this series.
I have a lot of emotions,
damage. This might be damage to champions. But what about the damage to our hearts watching this? What an absolutely ridiculous series we just witnessed. Well, just game, really. Look at that. 3 grubs, Herald, Otacon, Soul Point. Doesn't matter. Bros take 2 Barons. Manage to win. It's Polo that picks it up. I think, honestly, his Poppy performance was near flawless, but the comebacks, the angles, and I think so much of Game 2 was a team effort, but Game 1 was Polo. So I think I agree with you. I think the Polo vote was a good one. I would have obviously voted for Morgan, but that's because I'm a disgusting biased caster and he's my favorite player. It's just the long and short of it. I was gonna say, are you okay? But I don't need to ask.
I know you're not either, Atlas. I think very earned for Paulo. As highlighted, Game 1 was a standout performance from start to finish. But for me, his Poppy engages and consistently finding the enemy backline, setting up for the rest of his team, was the biggest difference maker. Closer votes would make sense. Hype votes would make sense. It is the most bro victory and the most DNF defeat.
Yeah.
That I think we are going to get the split.
We haven't had this amount of epitomization ever in the LCK. And it's sad. Let's go to the interview with Polo.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Steer for the POM interview translation. We're here with Paulu on the side of OK Savings Wing Brian. You look ecstatic. Congratulations on the win. And this is your first POM. How do you feel? You know, I really didn't do that well in Game 2, so I wasn't expecting a POM, but I got lucky enough to get my first POM, and I'm really thankful for my teammates. So looking at the head-to-head OK Savings Bank Brion had against DN Freaks, from 2024, you guys have a 6-1 head-to-head. So what makes you guys so dominant against them? I feel like rather than considering that it's against DN Freaks, I feel like my teammates were doing so well whenever we were going up against DN Freaks, so I think it's just really all thanks to my team. And in Game 1, Wukong, Trundle, and Varus picks were available, and all the high-value picks being open potentially could have made the draft process a little tricky. So what was your approach to the pick and ban? I think we really tried to take an approach where we pick those champions that we were pretty confident in, and I think that's just something that we had been always preparing, so we were ready to get this pull these picks out. And in Game 1, you landed so many meaningful ults, and sometimes you'd ult the Trundle away and sometimes the Corki. So do you had someone a specific in mind to ult, or was the plan to simply outnumber them? Yeah, whenever we're ahead, I do try to keep in mind who my specific target would be, but I think in this case, we actually could get a lot of value from outnumbering them. And in Game 2, you guys were 10k gold behind, but turned everything around. So how were you able to keep your focus until the end? Yeah, we were quite behind, but we didn't think that our team comp value was any less than theirs. So I think we just knew that there's still an angle and some room for us to actually win. So yeah, your patience really paid off in this next highlight. I actually didn't know that we already got Senna, but I saw the kill log, and then after that, we knew that we were outnumbering them, and I think we just played by ear. We knew that we would be able to win as long as we go in this moment. And then that's how you're able to catch up on gold and took your victory. And Closer actually reached 1,000 kills, did you know? I didn't know. I knew that he was just a few kills away from 1,000 kills. Would you like to congratulate him? You know, in Game 1, Closer did so well, so I actually thought that he would get POM, but I hope that in the future he'll be able to secure 2,000 and all the way up to 3,000 kills smoothly. And you managed to close out round 3 with 3 wins and 1 loss. And you'll meet BNK Furex again. And your 1 loss actually belongs to the BNK Furex match, so what is your resolution for a payback? Yeah, we have a pretty long losing streak against BNK Furex, but we want to make sure that we don't put that into we don't think about that too much, and we keep our form to make sure that we can take them down. And that's the end of the interview with Palu, and back to the space. Thank you.